Now, this guy got us all through the pandemic by DJing live on Instagram. He is booked and busy, but thankfully, he found some time to drop by. So come on out here, D-Nice! They are loving you, sir. Oh, my gosh.
Man, that's love.
Just, we love you so much, D-Nice, because you got us through the pandemic DJing on Instagram with your club Quarantine.
Yes.
And I remember being in quarantine and going on there, and it was so many celebrities that were in Club Quarantine. I remember President Biden was in there, Michelle Obama, Rihanna, Janet Jackson. It was just like, it was like meeting up with family. It was so surreal. It became this huge sensation. Like, we were tuned in going, when is D-Nice? When is it gonna be Club Quarantine? How you feel about that?
Oh, man, aside from the fact that Lenny Kravitz was in there too, but he was dressed, hopefully.
Oh, he had his clothes on.
He had his clothes on, he had his clothes on.
I was the one going, take your clothes off, Lenny.
No, it felt amazing, just knowing that, you know, I was home alone, you know, like so many people out there in the world, and, you know, me touring the world, I was always DJing for someone else's party.
Right.
And it was the first time that I felt like every celeb was just coming to my party.
Yeah.
So it felt like love, you know, and we all got each other through it.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
And I know the Club Quarantine, I know it changed your life because now, you know, now you have played in huge places like Carnegie Hall, the Kennedy Center. You played at the Oscars, I remember. So, you know, is it true that you were gonna quit DJing at one point in your life?
Yes, so it's funny. I moved to Los Angeles 1 year prior to the pandemic.
Okay.
I moved to LA because I wanted to get into film and television production. I was like, you know what? I'm over music. I was turning 50. Like, I didn't want to be the old dude in the club.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know the Bevy Smith quote at that point. You know?
It gets greater later.
But yeah, you know, so I decided that I was going to move to LA. And then a year later, you know, when the pandemic hit, you know, and I was able to just be at home alone, you know, I never imagined all of this, you know, like I just got on the IG just to play some music because I was feeling lonely.
Wow.
Yeah, and I thought that year was going to be my last year of DJing, and you know, here we are 3 years later, and I'm a little bit bigger, and
I'm telling you, this is like, and as our friend Bevy Smith says, it gets greater later. Okay?
You know?
Now, you are celebrating the 3rd anniversary of Club Quarantine.
Yes.
And you're celebrating it at the Apollo this Saturday.
Yes.
That is so amazing. Like, your tickets sold out in 3 hours.
3 hours.
How is this just amazing to you?
Yes, you know, and my reason for taking it to Harlem was, you know, I played all of these iconic stages, Hollywood Bowl, sold that place out, and
yes, you did.
Carnegie Hall, Kennedy Center Opera House, and, you know, I wanted to take it home. You know, I was born in Harlem, even though I represent the Bronx. I was born in Harlem Hospital, raised on 118th Street, and I just felt like, for, you know, to be able to, like, immerse our culture with CQ in Harlem and, you know, talk about the restaurants and all of the people that are there and where you can shop. I think it's just great, you know, so it's a big cultural moment for me.
I'm so excited for you being at the Apollo. Now, I remember you DJ'd Beyonce's birthday party in September.
Yes.
What was that like to DJ Beyonce's party?
So I know B, I know Jay, and, you know, when her publicist called me and she said, hey, Beyonce wants to invite you to her party, I didn't even accept the invitation. I was like, wait, who's DJing? She's like, no one. No, they're just gonna have a mix. I was like, I should be DJing. And she was like, wait a minute, I'll call you right back. Called back, and she said, B wants you to DJ. But you don't have to play, you don't have to play the entire 6 hours. You can play 1 hour. I was like, all right, cool. Because I wasn't gonna play longer than 1 hour anyway.
Right.
You know? But I'll tell you this, by the time that set started, it was so much love in the room. By the time I looked at my watch, I'd already played for 5 straight hours.
Wow. You just can't stop.
Yeah, no, I can't stop.
You cannot stop. You know, there was this question I wanted to ask you because it's the 50th anniversary of hip-hop.
Yes.
You were involved in that. Like, what does that mean to you?
You know, hip-hop music saved my life. You know, it was my introduction to music the culture itself, to the industry itself, rather. And it took me, this little young black kid from, from Harlem in the Bronx, and it gave me, there you go.
Wow.
That was cute, right?
You were so cute.
No, but it gave me something to just aspire to do, and gave me some hope to be able to get out of the hood. And
wow.
I'm forever grateful to that kid, like that young kid.
That young kid. So now you're not a young kid. You got 2 daughters.
Yes.
You got 2. So since becoming like the biggest, the hottest DJ in town, are your daughters like impressed?
Well, my oldest daughter, she's 26. She's an attorney, so she's not really impressed by too many things. I mean, she was happy, though. I'll say that.
Yeah.
She was really happy. She actually helped me every time. I couldn't see who was in the room, so
right.
my daughter would send me text messages like, Dad, Deanna's in here. So she was excited about that. My youngest daughter, I played New Year's Rockin' Eve, and I co-hosted this year, and I recorded it.
Right.
And, I wanted to watch it back with the family, put it on, and my youngest daughter, she was like, well, why do we have to watch this? She said, you're so full of yourself. I was like, I'm just excited.
Oh, my God. Well, I know you say hip-hop saved your life, but let me tell you something. A DJ saved my life during the pandemic. D-Nice, I want to say thank you so much for being here. We're so excited that you came through. And it has just been... You just... When you think something so little, like it changed people's lives, and sitting there in the house and depressed and being alone, we would look to you to provide that joy and just that fun. So thank you for what you have done and how you just changed so much.
Thank you. And I will say this. The story of Club Quarantine really isn't about the music. It was really about being nice to people. That's why I was able to work. That's why it resonated. Just being nice to people throughout my career, they all came to my party. So thank you for being there.
And well, thank you. D-Nice's event, CQ3, the Harlem Renaissance, is on Saturday at the Apollo Theater. For more info, go to SherriShowTV.com.